So, this just happened. Check it out, guys. So, what I did was, pursuant to a video we did a couple of videos ago, titled, Are Retro Games Becoming Pointless? That's a video, I will link to that up here. That is a video that was done with some friends of mine, Smash JT, Papa Pete, and Fem Trooper, and we discussed Smash JT's kind of assertion that his retro game collection is becoming more and more kind of pointless with so many remakes and remasters, even going back to the PS3 with things like the Jak and Daxter collection and the Prince of Persia collection and the Sly Cooper collection and things like that. There being so many remakes, remasters, better and more modern ways to play these older games, it really got me to thinking that I wanted to minimize my collection a little bit and refocus it on the things that really matter to me. And for me, the stuff that I'm actually playing right now is my 3DS, my Switch, and my Xbox One. Now, I do mess around with some other stuff. I've got all kinds of retro consoles and things like that, Dreamcast and Xbox and whatever over here hooked up to my CRT TV. But the reality is, I don't actually play that stuff all that much. I play the Switch, the 3DS, and the Xbox One when I want to do some couch co-op with a friend or something. So, I took about 100 games out of my collection a couple of days ago. Maybe 120, actually. A good amount of my PS1 collection, because I just never go back and actually play the physical discs. I do have a PS1 Classic Mini, which I use. I have those hack sticks or whatever that you get, the True Blue hack sticks, and I have hundreds of games from the PS1 library, pretty much everything that I would ever want to play, available on my PS1 Mini. And that really is all I need in terms of really addressing the PS1 library at this point. As far as PS2 goes, you can see maybe just a little bit over here, I reduced my PS2 collection from about 120 or so games down to about 40 or 50. And what I did was I got rid of a lot of the doubles and the duplicates, things like the Jak and Daxter games and the Sly Cooper games, which I have the remasters of on PS3, for example. A lot of the Final Fantasy games like 10 and 10-2, which are available and I actually own on the Switch and are arguably better versions. So I took about 120 games into my local game store, these being kind of the lower end games that aren't worth a whole lot, for trade-in, a couple bucks here, 10 bucks there, sort of thing. And I actually got just shy of enough money to buy this brand new Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch. So this is my first full-size Switch. You can see over here my Switch Lite, which Crash is hanging on to for me. My Switch Lite has been my primary way to address the Switch library so far up till now. And this is my first full-size Nintendo Switch. So I thought I would come in here and just kind of open it up, check it out. It is the Animal Crossing edition, which was hard to get for a while, but now they're all over the place. It's actually easier to find an Animal Crossing edition Switch than a normal one sometimes. But I don't care, because I really love Animal Crossing, and I really loved the time that I spent with it, and I do feel like this is just a little bit more unique presentation than the basic Switch, so I thought I would unbox it and check it out with you here. So, here is the basic tablet here, and we've got our Animal Crossing colored Joy-Cons, the kind of blue and green. They're kind of cute. And let's see what else we've got in here. Of course, we're going to have a dock and some wires. So here's an HDMI. Here's the power cord. Safety instructions. What have we got here? Alright, we've got the Joy-Con adapter here. So we can set those in. So that's what the Joy-Cons look like in the controller adapter. Nice little color. And then lastly, we're going to have the dock. And the dock is kind of cool because it's not the basic black. It is the Animal Crossing version, so it is white with the Nook family on it here. And that's really cute and cool. I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to get this set up. Let's get this out of the way here. I'm going to get this set up. I'm going to let it charge for a little bit before I get moving. But this really, to me, this highlights how you can leverage your collection to really move in the direction that you want to with your collection. I had a ton of what I would consider filler titles in my PS2 collection. My PS2 shelf was absolutely jammed, and it was full of stuff that I'm just never going to play. Licensed titles, things I had picked up that, at thrift stores or pawn shops or yard sales, games that, maybe not the greatest games in the world, but I picked them up for $2 or $3. I managed to take all of those filler titles, get rid of them. Now my PS2 collection is much more refined. And my PS1 collection, I've basically only kept games that are nostalgic to me, like Parasite Eve, and the Gran Turismo games, and Gex, and what else did I keep? Pandemonium, which is a game that you can't really play modern as far as I know. So, yeah, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders because I've now narrowed my focus a little bit. I'm spending a lot more of my time and energy moving towards my Nintendo collection and the things that I really care about, which is basically Nintendo from the GameCube forward. For me, things like the DS, the 3DS, the Switch, the GameCube, the Wii, the Wii U. Those are the things that I really care about playing and the things that I really care about collecting. And of course I do have some PS2 and PS1 games that I still absolutely love. And I do have an Xbox collection and a Sega Genesis collection. But I've started to thin out and focus. And now I've got this really great Nintendo Switch. Basically for, I won't say for free, but I traded a bunch of games that I'm never going to play anyway. So what do you guys think? Would you ever consider trading in some of your collection in order to get something cool that you are going to use? Or are you the type of person that just wants to hang on to everything they have for dear life and never let go? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Hit the like button on the way out if you would. It helps out a ton. Stay classy.